Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to maybe episode 4 of Forgecraft2. I don't know where my base is. And I'm going to blame Soren for this. So, Soren continued to play last night, after I had logged off, and I logged in today to find the following. I have no idea, like I said, where my base is. I can only assume he moved, because stuff that's not terribly important was left behind. I mean, some of this stuff is nice. Maybe we wouldn't, want to forget all of it. Like clay and sand, like that stuff, and gravel. That would be nice. And probably some of this. And maybe some of that. This is clearly a Soren chest, if I ever saw one. But where my base is, I don't know. I believe that Soren must have moved and didn't tell me. I know Tog and Quetzi are on TeamSpeak with us. Neither of you guys know where my base is by chance, do you?
And I
can't say
where
I've
it's
seen
like
it.
west in this biome.
West-ish. What kind of biome?
Oh wait,
Snowy?
pretty sure.
I hate snow biomes. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go get all the stuff that's there and move it back to my hole in the wall. And, like, not tell him. Like, I'm just not going to tell Soren that I did that.
Maybe if you ask W really know, find Soren's player file and see where he logged off.
Maybe somebody else on the server will know. I get to fly by some nice looking houses, though, at least on the way. Somebody's building what looks like some kind of cathedral. That's cool.
Yeah, it's... oh, Love seems to know where Soren's house is.
Oh, look at this nifty little design with hydrangeas. That's kind of cool.
Well, I'm still in a hole in the ground, so none of that's me.
So you didn't actually find any of your stuff in any of the Soren chests.
Well, like, I had, like, metals and dust and stuff. They're all gone. The only stuff that's left is, like, cobble and junk. And all my machines are gone. And my smelter is gone. Yeah. Okay, so that's helping me. I found a snow biome. I found it. I don't know if that's really that large.
Trying to...
Me and Soren are going to have some words.
some words, yes.
My chat says it's snow joke.
What's no joke?
Snow joke.
No joke.
Snow joke.
Yes.
I think they must have been learning their dad jokes off Paimon.
Alright, I'm going to fly around in what is apparently an enormous snow biome. And hopefully find my base at some point. And then we'll have an episode. If not, I may have to wait for Soren to go on to find out where my base is. We'll be back. So guys, look what I found. In the side of a mountain, thanks to Quetzi who's streaming, and his chat kind of gave me some sort of directions. And Tog, who was pouring through Soren's video, trying to figure out. I think this is some semblance of a base. So clearly Soren is wasting my steam dynamo to power his silly crystal growth accelerator. Why, I couldn't tell you. There were some Certus quartz seeds in here that I think I've got in my inventory, so that's fun. And I guess this is most of our stuff. So I'm trying to decide right now if I just want to take everything and, like, hide it somewhere. It's kind of the incentive.
Oh, I think I found you.
Yeah. It's not easy to do. Right? Like, would you have ever found this place, like, without somebody being able to tell you? No.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally at, like, Y level 175. In the middle of a giant snow biome. And I personally dislike snow biomes for the most part.
Hold on, are you sure this is it? Because those chests look kind of neat.
No, I'm sure this is it because like the 2 slime crystals that I got last night are in here, and Tema's reinforced watering can is in here. So like I'm relatively certain this is it.
Well, Derpy Pick. I'll see if my chat knows if that was the name of his pick.
Yeah.
He
I'm
does
sure it
have
is.
a pet called Derpy Pick. Yes, I know that for a fact.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
Confirmed.
no, like I know this is my base because it's got the 1 steam dynamo powered by a liquid transfer node with 1 world upgrade in it. So like this is absolutely my base. Why he decided to make a sag mill? Oh, so he could get silicon. That's probably why. He wanted silicon for his 8 applied energistics stuff. Also, like, who jumps into applied energistics when they've so far managed to make a pick, and that's it? Right? Like, who else but Soren? So, I think I've found my base, and I'm going to consider what I'm going to do about this being my new home. Okay, guys, we are back, and I think joined by a Morvi and a Dunk. Hello, Dunk. Hello.
Hey.
Hello, Morvi.
Hi.
So, we just got a new mod on the server. Thermal Dynamics. Dun 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 dun. I wonder if this works for NEI yet. Ooh, Thermal Dynamics has its own covers now.
Yes, but we're going to be removing them from NEI once we're done testing.
Oh, okay. Well, now that's interesting. You have, like, L-shaped covers. Or am I just imagining that?
It works with any non-tile entity block.
So it's like stairs.
That's right.
Well, that's neat. You have stair covers? That's awesome.
Nice.
That's a lot of things. So you've got item ducts and opaque item ducts, impulse item ducts. I'm guessing those are pretty much the same, but warp item ducts?
Yes, those require power, and they will instantly transport items.
Sweet. So like a mini Tesseract?
Basically, yeah. And I think they're slightly cheap.
They're like
yeah.
wired though, so you still need.
Well, so they still need to be connected at the 2 ends, but they would just still transport instantly.
Basically, yeah.
That's cool. You just need 1 Enderium blend in order to make it. And you get 3 warp item ducts for it. So that's really cheap compared. That's awesome.
Yeah, but they do require power to transfer items. I think it's about 500 RF per item, regardless of distance.
Cool.
I assume you need warp dots the entire distance.
No, but if you have 2 sections of warp ducts, it will count. It will cost you power twice.
Interesting. All right. So, I think to get started, the first thing I need to do, I've got a pulverizer. I'm going to want a redstone energy cell, which hopefully I can make. Leadstone energy cell. Oh, there's new types of cells. Oh, that's right. We have extra cells installed, don't we? Oh boy, my head's spinning already. So I need copper, I need gold, I need a block of redstone, and I need a little bit of lead. So Soren apparently hooked up a sag mill. I was all, I'm going to start with thermal expansion and do all thermal expansion-y stuff this time around. And Soren's like, I'll make a sag mill right in the middle and leave Dyer's stuff in a chest somewhere, hiding all over the place where he can't find it.
Well, here's an interesting tip. In order to make silicon, which is kind of a primary component of AI systems, the only machine you can put that in is a sag mill.
This I know. Unfortunately, I'm well aware.
Why? But
Because Soren.
because I think like AE silicon gets overridden or I don't know.
I don't know nothing. I just work here.
I definitely have those days that I feel that way too.
Yeah. I'm also going to need copper, so the question
I'm
is...
just really, really far out of touch.
I have a little bit of copper somewhere?
Yeah, well, just instead of I just work here, it's I just make pretties here.
Yeah. I don't do that. I have to figure out, like, how Soren messed up my whole AE system and everything, or my whole, like, design and chests and everything. Like, somehow... This is how I knew it was my base, because, like, Soren chests everywhere. It's basically what it comes down to. So that's that. This stuff should almost be done now. And I guess it wouldn't be a bad idea. I saw a crafting table. So have you played much at all in Forgecraft2 yet, Morby?
A little bit. Some of the guys have a kind of a town going together, and I'm out on that direction. I've got a little Morby shack and some room for some basic infrastructure.
Sweet. So I think the only other thing
I'm doing a lot of design work behind the scenes. I'm planning something big, but we'll see if I can make it happen.
Oh, I want to know what the big thing is.
Well, the live stream has dubbed it the Hanging Gardens of Morvalon. The concept.
Oh. I think that sounds cool. I know I had gold, and I bet Soren used it for some shenanigan purpose. Now I'm going to have to go mining specifically for gold. Alright guys, we'll come back after I go mining for gold. Alright guys, we're back. I'm making a bit of electrum, and I'm going to throw it in the furnace there. So to get this thing made, we need copper, which I've got, and we need a redstone conductance coil, which needs electrum. So, 1 electrum down, and go. Nice. So now we've got an energy cell. That's going to hang out in the corner here. I'm going to have you accepting power from the top and outputting power to the bottom. And then I needed tin. I made tin, didn't I? Lead, silver, lead. Could have sworn I made tin somewhere. Oh, I hate being disorganized.
Why do you live this?
I ask myself that question, like, pretty much every day. Rarely do I get a good answer.
Might be because there might not be one.
Hooray, now I have a crescent hammer. I thought I made one of these last episode, but either I lied to myself about having made one, or Soren stole it. I'm suspecting the latter. And we'll do this here for the time being. That'll work. Are you logging in, Tema, to see the shenanigans I'm going to break with your new mod?
Yes. It takes like 10 minutes to load up my instance.
Nice.
No, I'm logging in. Let's see how long it takes until I actually am logged in.
Oh, you're
That
logged
wasn't
in.
so bad.
Yeah, but my thing hasn't finished processing. It's got to do the IC2 stuff and so on.
Yes, I think your mod wants to kill me.
You know what I'm going to do, actually, is I'm going to do this a little bit differently. I'm going to have...
Yeah, sounds about right.
That'll look a little
I'm
bit
suddenly
nicer.
a lot more afraid of Tema than I used to be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
no, you always want to be afraid of Tema.
made this mod called Dark Menagerie.
Oh, yes, I've heard that mod is horrifying.
Oh, so you're responsible for that one.
Yep.
I've heard nothing but bad things, Tema.
Should really give it some love at some point.
To be honest, I haven't been bitten by that one too much yet, but other people...
You traveled to another.
I have not traveled to the Nether. I know better than that.
Is
I
that
haven't
where
read
most of the
anything
mobs are?
to the Nether.
Wait. Oh, okay. Whose
Copper,
mobs and he's in the Nether then?
10 gear.
Which ones?
Like the scary wolf thing.
Oh, I think that's Witchery.
Yeah, I think that is
The
Witchery.
Hellhound.
Oh, right. Hellhounds from which. Blaming the wrong mod.
Yeah, mine are the Energy Ghosts and the Mantikitties and...
That's all overworld stuff.
Where did you come up with the concept for a Mantikitty? Because I am, being a lover of cats myself, I'm rather enchanted by the name.
Well, back in when I was little young Temmer, there was a game on Windows 3.1 called Castle of the Winds.
I
Ooh.
remember
And-
that game.
I've heard of that.
one of the monsters they had, we had the freeware version, and one of the monsters was a manticore. And the manticore is, I think we basically encountered it at sort of much, lower levels than you're supposed to, and these things would tear you apart. So I've always been sort of fascinated and afraid of sort of the manticore. As for why the Mantikitty, I don't know. I like cats. It's the internet, so
Makes sense to me.
yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty sound logic right there.
I almost feel like I ought to be able to tame a Mantikitty. Like if I could get a big enough multi-block container of milk or something along those lines.
Make it so, Dylan.
I will.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that is sort of one of the things I sort of planned, but
Well, I won't take credit for the idea then.
Take credit.
I think
It's
it
all
was
yours.
Jaded Cat who insisted on it.
Well, she and I do seem to think similarly in certain ways about certain things, so it makes sense.
There we go. Redstone
Um,
furnace.
Yeah, I don't know. Have you seen any field mice around?
In the game?
Yeah, they're supposed to be
Right.
hanging around.
I have not seen field mice, no.
Oh, they're supposed
Hey,
to
like-
spawn in the grass.
Biome specific.
I don't think so.
Well, field mice spawning in the grass, that actually sounds rather adorable.
Yeah, well, the sort of the Mantikitties love to chase down the field mice.
Pop them on their heads.
Strike them with poisonous spines from their tails.
Oh,
and
same
eat them.
difference. Same difference.
Yeah. And have you seen what they do to creepers?
I have not. I've actually not seen a Mantikitty yet.
Okay, well, Mantikitties, my sort of lore for them is that, that creepers are afraid of ocelots.
Yeah.
Well, Mantikitties are the reason that they're afraid of ocelots, because Mantikitties will attack and kill creepers on sight. And their poisonous spines basically disable their ability to explode. So, yeah, creepers can't explode if they get hit by the spines.
Now I really want to be able to tame one. Not only will I have normal cats for creeper repulsion, but I will have Mantikitties for creeper neutralization.
Oh boy. Alright, what do I have by way of wood? Soren also used all our wood. Soren's great at logging in and using all our resources and then logging out. That's what I've learned about him. So, can I sort using your new pipes, Mr. Tema?
You should be able to, hopefully.
Cool.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Hopefully. Where you at?
I am far away. How about I just teleport you here?
Okay.
There you are.
Oh,
And I can use the basic item ducts to do that? So lead and tin?
yes.
Cool. So let's see. First
Ooh.
that.
This is one scary place you got here.
Soren did it. There we go. So, let's see.
You need servos.
I need servos? Okay, I thought I might need servos.
Hang on. Oh, sorry, no, not for the for this redstone furnace thing. That'll automatically output, but you can put a server there anyway.
Well, I want to sort the chests, so I want to have like a basic sorting of things.
Sure.
Now I can't insert an output from the same pipe, can I?
No. Sorry about that.
That's okay. So I think I'm going to need another item duct, so I need more tin, I presume. That's what I'm out of. No, I have one tin. Yeah, I'm going to need another one and some more lead. That's silver, that's lead. I think we have lead dust, actually. There we go. So I can finally start doing this. I'm actually going to turn this off, and I'm going to do this manual for now. But you guys will see that I have a plan around why I'm doing it this way. So while I'm at it, I'm going to need a couple dynamos.
Well, do you know about filters and servos?
No.
Okay. This is sort of the big change we've made, is that before you'd right-click with a wrench on a connection to change whether it's input and output, we've slightly changed it so you can't really do that anymore. It'll still output, it just disables it.
Okay.
What you do now is you have to create a filter or a servo. And you can see the recipes in NEI, and those have sort of different tiers which have different abilities.
Alright, so where are the filters? Let's see. Oh, I see. Basic filter. And hardened filter, reinforced filter, and signalium filter. So I probably don't have the stuff to get a hardened one yet. I could probably work on Invar if I needed to. So what does basic versus hardened get me? Let's start with those two.
At the moment you can get, it's sort of the main differences are the number of slots available to you and whether you can do MBT or meta damage. Hang on.
Okay.
Let me just see if I can get the exact details here. Okay,
I'm going to try the basic one first. I need some paper, clearly. Which I know we had, but maybe Soren didn't bring with us. Oh, Soren. Alright guys, I know I've got reeds around here somewhere, because I swore I brought them with me, so let me find them. Alright, I had to come back to my old base to get my paper and stuff. I knew Soren left stuff here. Alright guys, we're back. So Temo recommends that I go with the Electrum version, which is reinforced. So that's not too bad. Now that I'm back here, I can deposit this stuff. Okay, so what I want to do here, so I want to put the filters and the servos on there, or do I just need filters?
You just need filters for in this case.
Well, what I want to do is have, like, pulverizer. I want to be able to put in, like, redstone and coal ore. And if it's redstone or coal, it filters to this chest. And if it's, like, a metal, it filters into the furnace and then gets pulled out of the furnace and heads to this chest. So I'll probably configure this as an output and an input like that. So, like, the back is an input.
Okay. Let me think.
Yeah.
Okay, machines will automatically output into, into ducts without needing a servo.
Okay.
Although the disadvantage with that is that if there's a backstuffing, then it will drop the item. If there's nowhere to put the item, it'll just drop on the ground. So you might as well put a servo there anyway.
Alright, so I should put a servo. I'm going to put one on this, which will be the output. And do I need to have a filter there to be able to put a servo on it?
Different type of servo. Not a pneumatic servo. It's an external servo. It's a different item.
Oh. Let me see if I can find that. What's it called?
It's called a servo again.
Oh, reinforced servo? Oh, I see.
Thermal dynamics. Yeah.
Okay.
And these ones have more detailed stats on them, I just noticed.
So let's see. So this will requires redstone signal. Oh, that's cool. Different extraction rates, max stack sizes, filter options. Oh, that's neat. Wow, fancy. So I guess I'll go with a reinforced one. So if I have a reinforced servo on there, do I need a filter?
Sorry, for what?
Like if I want to say what's allowed to be pulled out, like does a servo replace a filter?
No, they will act as, they have a filter inventory.
Okay, cool. So servos are used to pull items out, right? So if I want to pull out of the pulverizer, I should put the servo there.
Yeah.
And then what, hit it with an empty hand? Oh, nice. That's cool. So that can pull items out. I'm going to let it pull everything out. So just, that's fine. And then this is going to be the input here. So I'm going to want another filter. And into here is where I'm going to whitelist things like dust. So if I put like pulverized gold, for example, use metadata, use NBT, ignore or dictionary. I'll say use or dictionary, right? Because dusts are or dictionary, aren't they?
Yes. Everything in thermal expansion is, I mean...
Cool. So the far right button here, what's
foundations.
that do?
This is actually probably one of the more interesting changes we've made.
Okay.
Okay. So
Because it needs localization.
Yes, it needs localization, but one of the things is that in the previous version of, thermal expansion, if the ducts would always send items if there was space in the inventory, regardless of whether and if there were items already en route, it didn't matter, it would always send.
Okay.
And so what would inevitably happen is that, the inventory would fill up, but all the items that were already en route would get there and sort of stuff up the system. Now we've added a more complex system which tracks the items that are en route to an inventory when checking. So in other words, if you've got space for 5 stacks of stone, but there are already 5 stacks of stone on the way, it won't bother sending any more.
Okay.
So this is actually a very, useful little trick. But one of the sort of the disadvantages is that for some inventories, like for example tesseracts and barrels, for example, they only have a single slot, technically speaking, and so for filters, the last option is the option to disable it.
Oh, okay.
So basically, it's become more smart. It knows what has been sent already, so it doesn't oversend to an inventory.
Mm-hmm.
But because barrels only have the one slot, it only appears like it has one slot as opposed to a nearly expandable inventory. So you can disable the feature, and it will just keep sending to a barrel.
That is completely correct.
That is wonderful.
It's smart enough for some barrels, like the ones in. Like the caches and thermal expansion, and I think for some of the MFR stuff, we've added a special case for it, so it won't need for that particular barrel. But in general terms, that's just our sort of a catch if you want to disable that.
Right. All right. So here's what I'm doing. You ready? I want to make it so I can put things in the pulverizer, like redstone ore, or for example, if I put like dense redstone ore. What I want to see happen is have it pull the item out of the pulverizer and right back into the pulverizer, basically. And maybe I should make that like an input chest that it goes up to instead, as a matter of fact. So let me do that, actually. That might be a smarter idea. So I should have a chest up there. And a hopper underneath it. But it would basically be like... this, and we're going to whitelist redstone ore and coal ore. I might as well put the dense version in there too, it won't matter. But so what'll happen is when we pulverize the dense coal ore, it turns into regular coal ore, right? So then it would get sent right back up to the input chest again to be pulverized again. Then anything that is a pulverized dust, like gold and lead, is going to go into the smelter. The smelter is going to extract, and then over here, we're going to have coal and redstone land in this chest, and we're going to have, and this should be whitelisted. It is. And this can be blacklisted for coal and redstone, so that way I don't have to put all the metal types in there. And it'll also kind of act as like a chest of last resort, if you will. Does that sound like kind of a plan?
Yep, looking good.
So let's test that. So for example, if I put my dense coal ore in here, what should happen is it should get pulverized.
You need to wrench the duct that's connected to the hopper.
Oh. It probably doesn't matter too much, but that's okay.
Yeah. By the way, you can now wrench the connection between two pipes and stop them connecting that way.
Oh, and I should set this to redstone control ignored, right? It'll always pull out?
Yes. Well, I don't think it'll matter for a machine, but yeah. Because machines auto-eject.
Right. So then it pulled it out and it started processing more coal, and the coal should wind up in this chest when all is said and done. Hooray! It looks like it made it over there. Sweet. And then if I put something in here like, let's say iron, it probably won't know where to put the iron dust the first time, so it's going to put it in the last chest, but that's okay. The other thing I should teach it is what to do with lapis. So lapis should make its way into this chest, because I might wind up getting that stuff. There we go. I don't know what other kind of stuff I might wind up getting, but for example, if I have any lead in here, which I should have some somewhere, that might have been lead. Oh, it's ferrous, zinc. There's lead. So I'll throw this into the input chest. So coal's making its way into there. So we got ferrous and iron. Those should both go into this sorting pipe here. Sweet. It's working.
Yay!
I like it. So it might back stuff and overload. What I should probably really do is instead of having it going into the furnace directly, I should have an input chest similar to this, which is like a hopper type system. But I'll probably do that in a minute. This is pretty much functional at this point. Yeah, let me do that actually. I know I've got more wood around here somewhere. Grumble, grumble. Alright, let me go cut down some trees, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, mission accomplished. I've got more wood. So what I'll do then is this. Actually, I want two of these. One like that. One like this. So I want these chests to sit next to each other. So what I'll do is I'll have this here. Put that there. And then instead of inserting here, we're going to wrench this guy, and we'll make this open on the top and export out the back. Cool. And I should be able to do that. And then we want to have a filter here, and we want to have the servo here, This guy can export everything, and he'll be on ignored mode. This guy will get the dust, so lead, gold, and any other dust that I don't currently have any of, but that's okay. So that way, when it has like a backstuffing of different dusts, it'll backstuff into the chest rather than backstuff over here. And that should kind of work. Let's get a few more things here. And I'm going to test this a little bit, guys, and then I'll come back and let you know if everything's working. Cool. Back in a minute. Alright guys, we're back, and everything kind of, for the most part, seems to be working. I can throw, for example, copper ore in here. It will get pulverized. Once it's pulverized, it goes into the chest here. There's a couple more filtered items types I need to put in there, but anything basically that winds up in this chest over here that's a dust, I know I have to add to the filter. But I think we'll have enough stuff. And I think Mr. Pahimar has joined us just in time for the wrapping up of the episode.
This is Pahimar and Direwolf20 wrapping up a new episode of Material... Oh.
No.
Wrong series?
Wrong, as usual.
Hey, I occasionally get things right.
Are you going to be playing on Forgecraft with us, sir?
I have a mod to write first.
I see. I thought we had that mod on the server already. Can I do stuff with it yet?
You can make chests.
Sweet, I want to do that.
The things in it look pretty.
Yeah.
Do you know how to make the chest?
I remember you have to, like... Well, there's an NEI, apparently, so yeah, I think I do.
Yeah,
There it is.
I smelt something in an Eludel.
Ashes and dusts and stuff.
Sweet. Yeah, you're gonna have to explain this mod to me, Pahimar, because it looks cool.
Well, that's good. It's nice to hear it looks cool after so long of writing it.
Yeah. I like the dark
Figured
matter
everyone hated
pickaxe,
me
that's
now.
cool looking.
Oh, just wait till you see it in game.
Okay. So for now, guys, this is Direwolf20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. We will be back next time to do a little bit more work on the new base, and maybe we'll troll Soren because he trolled us. Alright, guys, take it easy.